Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Nurhana D. Linok from BSCE 1B Group 3. So today, I will discuss about Arabic alphabet. But first, let us define what is Arabic alphabet. So Arabic alphabet has 28 letters, all of which represents consonants, but three of which can also be used as vowels. The Arabic alphabet is written from right to left and has several distinctive features. So in Arabic alphabet, it consists of 28 letters. And if you want to add the without the sound letters, which is the alif, it will be a total of 29 letters. And for the information of everyone, the lam alif and hamza is not included in the 28 letters because the alif and the lam is included in that particular letters. So in Arabic alphabet, there are two types of letters, the heavy harf letters or the light harf or letters. So heavy harf is it is the letters which is pronounced as a heavy. Kumbaga, nagagaling siya sa throat at saka kapag pinopronounce ito is dapat uh, buo ang pagbigkas ng mga letters nito. So in Arabic alphabet, there are a total of 7 heavy letters which includes the qa, the dod, the fod, the ko, the go, and the ko. So, for example, sa pag-pronounce ng ko, dapat nanggagaling siya sa throat at saka yung boses is buong-buo talaga para ma-pronounce siya ng maayos. So, the light half or the letters is ito yung pag-pronounce is normal lang, kumbaga. For example, is the ba, the sa, the ta, the gym. Kumbaga, everyday voice mo lang siya ginagamit. So in total, there are 22 light letters in Arabic alphabet and there are 7 heavy letters in Arabic alphabet. In the Arabic alphabet, vowels are represented by short vowels, harakat, and the long vowels, mad. So what is short vowel? Short vowel are directional marks placed above or below a consonant to indicate how it should be pronounced. So there are 3 types of short vowel, the fatha, kasra, and dhamma. So fatha pronounced as a short a sound in English alphabet. For example, the lam, which when you want to add the fatha, it will be pronounced as la. The qaf will be qa and the ka will be ka. So in kasra, pronounced as a short e sound in English alphabet. For example, is the ba. It will be pronounced as a b and the sod will be c. So dhamma. Dhamma pronounced as a short u sound in English alphabet. For example, the ba. Ba will be pronounced as bu and the lam will be lu and the sod will be su. Next is the long vowel. Long vowels are letters that extend the sound of short vowels. So sa pag-pronounce ng long vowel, naglalast yung pag-pronounce mo ng letters in 2 seconds. So there are 3 types of long vowels, the alif, waw, and the ya. So in alif, extend the a sound in the word. For example is ba. So the alif is placed at the end of the word. Ba. So next is the waw. Extends the u sound. For example is nur. Nur. Naglalast siya in 2 seconds and the waw letter is placed at the middle of the word. Nur. Next is the ya. Extend the e sound. Like for example is b. The ya letter is placed at the end of the word. B. Next, Let's proceed to the Shadda and Madda.
Assalamualaikum everyone. I am Nur Shahara Nazra'i Muhammad and I am here to discuss you about the Shadda and Madda. What is Shadda? Shadda is one of diacritical mark that is used with the Arabic alphabet. The Shadda refers to geminated or double consonant. In other words, the consonant over which the Shadda is placed is to be sounded or uttered twice without inserting a vowel in between. What is Madda? Mad from the Arabic madda is a diacritic symbol placed over an initial and very infrequently medial alif when it is vocalized, i.e. followed by the long vowel. Shadda is to stress on the letter sound, and also shadda is emphasizing it. Shadda also doubling it or doubling the letter, and shadda also look like a curved W. So here are some examples of the shadda. So here we can see there are three bas, where on the right side the ba has a shadda on it. And the other side means it has two ba, which you can see it on the left side. Where in the first ba has a sukun on it, and the second ba has a vowel. And in this case, it has a dhamma. So here are the other examples. Where you can see on the left side, the first ba has a sukun on it, and the second ba has a fatha on it. And when you read it, it sounded like abba, abba. Madda is to lengthen the sound of one of these letters, which are the alif, waw, and ya. So there are two types of madda, the natural madda and the secondary madda. Natural madda is based on a fewer conditions. Number 1, the letter of the madda has no marks on them. Number 2, a fatha must be present on the letter before the alif. The dhamma must be present on the letter before the waw. And the kasra must be present on the letter before the ya. And number 3, we lengthen the sound in 2 counts or in 2 seconds. So here are the examples. As you can see, the alif has no mark on it and the letter before it has a fatha on it. And it reads as kala. We lengthen it in 2 counts or in 2 seconds. The other example has a letter mad of ya. It has no mark on it and the letter before it has a kasra and it reads as kila. Secondary mud. Most of the time we see the symbol of mud above it which look like a wavy line. The wavy line is only used to indicate a mud that is lengthened longer than a natural mud. Secondary mud occurs when you see a long vowel after it, you see the letter hamza or a sukun. If you see a hamza after the long vowel, there could be a two scenario. The first scenario is when the hamza is connected to the same word as the long vowel. In this example, we see a long vowel and we see a hamza directly eating the same word. If you see it like this, we lengthen it for 5 counts.
إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح.
Second scenario is when the hamza is disconnected from the same word as the long vowel. In this example, we see a long vowel in one word and directly after it, we see a hamza in the next word. If you see it like this, we lengthen the long vowel for 2 to 4 counts, but make sure that the mad is always shorter than the connecting hamza of mad.
إنا أعطيناك الكوثر.
Another time when we lengthen the mad is when you see a sukun after a long vowel. First scenario is when we create a sukun when it comes to the rule of waqf, which is stopping. We see a long vowel when we came to a stop, we change the last vowel to a sukun as per rules of waqf. If you see a long vowel followed by a sukun that we created, we lengthen it for 2, 4, and 6 counts.
مالك يوم الدين.
The second scenario is when we see a long vowel followed by a permanent sukun that we must lengthen it for 6 counts.
ألف لام ميم.
Assalamu alaikum and good day everyone. We are the group 3 and we will discuss about the Arabic alphabet. So what is Arabic alphabet? Arabic alphabet or huruful hijai is consists of 28 letters which is all represent consonant, but 3 of which can be used as vowels, the alif, waw and ya. Next is the second letter. It is pronounced as ba. Kapag may short vowel naman na fatha is also pronounced as ba, and kapag may short vowel na kasra is pronounced as b, and kapag may short vowel na dhamma is pronounced as bu. Next is the third letter. It is pronounced as ta. Kapag may short vowel na fatha is also pronounced as ta. Kapag may short vowel na kasra is pronounced as ti, and kapag may short vowel na dhamma is pronounced as tu.
So the next one is fa, jim, ha. So before that, let me explain how to pronounce it. So the first one is fa. Fa is a pronounce when the tip of the tongue touches the tip of the upper front teeth. When that happens, air will flow from the both side of the tongue, producing the proper sound. Next is jim. Jim is produced when the middle of the tongue is raised, making contact with the hard palate. Remember, two organs, the tongue and the hard palate, must be touching. Otherwise, the sound of will be incorrect. So the last one is ha. So ha is come from the back of your mouth in a trick to control them and produce the sound. So the tha in jim, ha, if you add fatha, kasra in dhamma, it will become sa, thi, tho, and ja, ji, jo, and also ha, hi, ho.
Next, we'll be focusing on the letters Ka to Dal. Before we start, ako nga po pala si Sabuan Loresca. I will explain paano sila i-pronounce, how they interact with diacritical marks like sukun, dhamma, kasra, and fatha, and also their long vowels. Let's begin by understanding how to pronounce these three letters. Ka, Dal, Dal. Next, let's see how these letters behave with diacritical marks. Let's start with Ka. In fatha, Ka, kasra, ki, dhamma, ku, sukun, ku. Second, Dal. In fatha, da, kasra, di, dhamma, du, sukun, du. Last, Dal. In fatha, da, kasra, di, dhamma, du, sukun, du. Now let's expand with long vowels which extend the sound of short vowels. Arabic uses 3 long vowels. It is alif, ya, and waw. First, ka. In alif, ka. In ya, ke, waw, ku. Second, dal. In alif, the. In ya, te, waw, tu, and last, dal. In alif, the, in ya, the, waw, tu, and that's all for Ka to the letters.
Hi, I'm Jihad Dimodar. In this video, I'm going to teach on how to pronounce Ra, Zai, and Sin with Fatha, Kasra, and Dhamma. First is Ra. When you pronounce Ra, the tip of the tongue lightly taps the gum ridge just behind the upper front teeth. For a rolled or trailed Ra, the tongue rapidly vibrates against the ridge. The sides of the tongue may press slightly against the upper molars to guide the airflow. A controlled release of air occurs, creating a distinct rolling or bouncing sound. When you add fatha and ra, it will be ra. And when you add kasra, it will be ri. And when you add dhamma, it will be ro. Next is zai. When you pronounce zai, the tip of the tongue lightly touches the edges of the upper front teeth or comes very close to them without creating a full closure. Air is pushed through a narrow space between the tongue and the teeth, creating a buzzing sound. When you add fatha and zai, it will be za, and kasra, it will be zi, and dhamma, it will be zu. Lastly, sin. When you pronounce sin, the tip of the tongue is close to the inner surface of the lower front teeth, and the blade of the tongue is near the hard palate, roof of the mouth, without touching it. Air is directed along the groove of the tongue, creating a sharp, hissing sound. When you add fatha and sin, it will be sa. With kasra, it will be si. And with dhamma, it will be su.
Today, I will show you how to pronounce the shin, sad, and dad. In shin, middle part of the tongue is raised and makes contact with the roof of the mouth or the hard palate. The sound is produced with a continuous flow of air, creating a hissing effect.
Shin with fatha, we can pronounce sha. Then, kapag may kasra naman is shi. Kapag may dhamma naman is shu.
In sad naman, sad, the tongue is flattened and the sides are pressed against the upper molars. The front tip of the tongue may slightly approach the upper gums. The sound is empathetic or tabagi with a focus on tension in the tongue and throat.
Fatha, ang pagbasa is sa. Then, sa sad naman na may kasra is di. Then, kapag may dhamma is su.
In dad naman, dad, one side of the tongue or both is pressed against the upper molars. The rest of the tongue remain low or relaxed. A slight release of pressure allows the sound to resonate.
Dad naman, kapag may fatha is da. Pero kapag lagyan mo ng dad ng kasra is di. Then, kapag lagyan mo ng dad ng dhamma is du.
Assalamualaikum. I am Musmara A. Kumpo from BSTE 1B. And now let's talk about the letter ta, za, and ain, and how to pronounce it properly. And also, how to pronounce it with fatha, kasra, and dhamma. We have two letter T in the Arabic alphabet, the letter ta and the letter ta. The Arabic letter ta is similar with the English letter T. It is pronounced on the tip of the tongue, like in the word teddy. Another Arabic letter that is similar to the English letter T, which is the ta. However, ta is pronounced further back on the tongue, like in the word tall. When we put fatha in ta, we pronounce it as ta. And when we put kasra, we pronounce it as ti. And when we put dhamma, we pronounce it as tu. The next letter is the letter dha. The letter dha is the 17th letter of the Arabic alphabet. Pronounce it as a strong th, sounds like in this, but with deeper emphasis. When we put fatha in dha, we pronounce it as dha. And when we put kasra, we pronounce it as the. And when we put dhamma, we pronounce it as dhu. The next letter is the letter ain. The letter ain is the 18th letter of the Arabic alphabet, pronounced as a deep, throaty sound with no direct equivalent in English. When we put fatha in ain, we pronounce it as a. And when we put kasra in the ain, we pronounce it as i. And when we put dhamma, we pronounce it as you.
My name is Vishal Gabaisin, and the assigned Arabic letters to me are Kain, Fa, and Kaf. So, in this video, I'll explain the pronunciation of kain, fa, and kaf with fatha, kasra, and dhamma. So, kain, it is a voice ovular fricative, so which means this sound is the came from the back of our throat. So, ang kain with fatha pronounced as ko, a short a sound or e vowel. Kain with kasra, pronounce it as ki with a short e sound or vowel. Kain with dhamma is pronounced as ki with a short u sound. Fa, it is equivalent to the English F sound or F letter. Place your upper teeth lightly on lower lip and push air through like or the English word fun. So pronounced as fa. Fa with fatha is fa. Fa with kasra is fi. And fa with dhamma is fu. And last is kaf. It is a voiceless ovular stop, or meaning it is pronounced deep in the throat. So kaf with fatha is ko. Kaf with kasra is ki.
Kaf. To pronounce kaf, it is almost the same movement made for cough. So the back of your tongue is in between the soft palate and the hard palate. The hard palate is the bony area and it is also the roof of your mouth. So kaf is pronounced when these two organs touch. For example, dik, rak. We should also notice that when we pronounce or when we produce kaf, there is a slight gush of air or breath that is produced along with it, which we call it hams. To master the pronunciation, we should practice it with the three different short vowels. When applied with fatha, it will be ka, kasra, ki, dhamma, ku. So next is lam. Lam is pronounced similarly with the English L, with the tongue touching the bumpy area behind your upper teeth. To master the pronunciation, practice it with the different short vowels. When applied with fatha, it will be la, kasra, li, and dhamma, lu. So the letter lam can be pronounced heavy or thick depending on the case. The only time that lam is pronounced heavy or thick is in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when preceded with fatha or dhamma. For example, the letter before the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has dhamma on it, therefore it will be read as heavy or thick. For example, Rasulullah. Mim. Mim is pronounced similarly to the English M but with a more empathetic and prolonged sound. Imagine the M in mother and moon. To achieve this sound, bring your lips together and release air while vibrating your vocal cords. Practice it with different short vowels. For example, fatha, it will be ma, with kasra, mi, and with dhamma, nu.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good day everyone. So today I will show you on how to pronounce the Arabic alphabet, Nun and Waw. Nun. The tip of the tongue touches the gum ridge just behind the upper front teeth, called the alveolar ridge. The sides of the tongue remain slightly raised but do not press against the molars. It is a nasal sound, so air passes through the nose, similar to the English N in net. So Nun. Nun. So when you add fatha in nun, it will be called na. And when you add the kasra, ni. And when you add the dhamma, it will be nu. Wow. The back of the tongue is slightly raised toward the soft palate called the velum, but does not make contact. The tongue remains relaxed as the focus is primarily on the rounding of the lips. Air flows smoothly out of the mouth as the lips form a circular shape, similar to the English W in water. So, wow. When you add the fatha, it will be wa. When you add the kasra, we. And when you add the dhamma, it will be wu.
Ha is pronounced through letting a gush of air through your vocal cord, or also called vocal fold, and it resembles the H or the Ha in English. When you produce the Ha sound, we basically opening our vocal folds and letting the air run through it like the same process as when we yawn. So when we put the fatha, kasra, and dhamma on the ha, we can read it as a ha, hi, hu. So here are one example. Halaka. This letter in the Arabic alphabet is ya. Ya is pronounced from the middle part of the tongue and the roof of the mouth. When we use the fatha, kasra, and dhamma, we basically read it as ya, yi, you. And that's all, and thank you and shukran.
We learned that the Arabic alphabet consists of 28 letters written from right to left. Each letter can take different forms depending on its position in a word: initial, medial, final, or isolated. Arabic letters are primarily consonants, with long vowels represented by the letters alif, waw, and ya. The short vowels are indicated by diacritical marks: fatha, kasra, and dhamma. Pronunciation in Arabic is unique, with some sounds not found in English, such as ayn and goin. Clear enunciation and mastery of letter sounds are essential for proper reading and writing, as Arabic relies heavily on phonetics and convey meaning.
We also learned that Arabic alphabet have a very unique pronunciation. It is very difficult to pronounce, especially to our Christian brothers and sisters. But throughout the subject, we learned a lot of things on how to pronounce the Arabic alphabet correctly and easily, how to use different short and long vowels in Arabic words. We also learned a lot about the meaning of an Arabic word like alimun, which means a learned man. Katibun means a writer, and etc. All in all, we have gained a lot of knowledge about Arabic alphabet